Hey everybody, it's Shelly Rosemary, Art by the Métis Mama, and today I'm going to do a quick studio tour. Well, I don't know if it's going to be quick, but I'll do a tour, okay? This is a requested video by Kim. Has asked me to do this a while back, but I just never did it. So my studio is in my basement, so I'll back up and share with you guys what it looks like from a distance. There it is. That's my husband's little corner, or it's not even a corner, it's just against the wall there, but that's his little space. We've got a couple windows down here, one there, one above my space. This is where I often bring my completed artwork, and then I have some stuff stored under there. So this is like all sort of art related stuff. And over here is my son's room, and there's a bathroom there. And this space doesn't really get used. It's just extra storage of toys from my 7-year-old. So, but here we go. So this technically is my husband's stuff here, but I do keep my blow dryer there. And that is his chair, which also houses my fancy schmancy camera, or my phone, my cell phone stand. Let's see what else. So here is a change table that I was gifted from a friend of mine in Calgary before I moved to Rocky. It's a really nice, large size change table, and it makes really great storage. So yeah, so up here it's a bit of a mess, but this is like all my junk journal supplies. I don't have a lot because I don't like being a pack rat, so I just, have a small collection of like children's book pages, vintage book pages, magazine pages, coloring book pages. Yeah, so there's just a variety, dictionary pages, a variety of different things. I think I am out of scrapbooking paper. I don't even have any scrapbooking paper left, but this is all I have for junk journal supplies. And I probably won't get any more because I don't like to, I just don't like having a lot of junk accumulating in my art space because I don't have a lot of space or storage. I was gessoing bookshelves this morning, so that's my leftover gesso. But I don't have a lot of paints either. Those are my acrylic paints. Here's some extra canvases, and there's not much else in there. There's some frames, random frames. And then down here, these are my spirit doll supplies. In here I have like florals and other random stuff. And then under here I have like wood pieces and crystals and seashells. These are just things I use for mixed media art. It's a big dictionary that my friend Sandy gifted me. She works at the library, and she gifted me this really huge, look how big it is. It's a very thick dictionary. Then I have more spirit doll supplies back there. These are just my scrap. This is my scrap basket. Tissue paper, got ribbons of different sizes, feathers, and some lace trims. I got my yarn in this vintage suitcase under here. I'm collecting stuff down here for art dolls, so assemblage art. And then over here, I have like just random scraps of yarn and string and twine and whatnot. That's just some random decorations I have. A cracked teacup I didn't want to throw away because it's so pretty, so I just threw a couple of my little Cookum doll pocket dolls in there. I made that rattle. And this was my grandmother's Bible that my dad gifted me. So I'm not a Christian, but I do believe there's a lot of truth in the Bible. So just keeping it there because it was my grandmother's. Here are like wood pieces that I use for spirit doll making. I got antlers there. These are for making little cabochons for my dolls as well. Here I got doll heads for making my cedar spirit dolls. String in there, twine. And then this is where I keep my doll hair. Just embroidery thread mostly. More embroidery thread for making doll hair. This is that really cool basket that I was gifted by my friend Teresa. And this has like all my fabric, small fabric scraps. This is all my cedar spirit doll fabric, which will make these kind of dolls. So this is like scrap leather, and that's like some fox fur that my friend gifted me. I got some stuffing as well for making my little bison. These are just some Cree words that I found. And I just wanted to put them up here to see if I could practice them, but I actually haven't even practiced them since I put it up. So, yeah. I took apart a Kelly Ray Roberts calendar recently that I got online. It was an old one, and I just used it to decorate my space with. I also had a Katie Daisy book that I thrifted, and I took some of the artwork out of her book as well. But most of this is all Kelly Ray Roberts. That's my artwork right there. That's Katie Daisy right there. But the rest is Kelly Ray because she's my favorite artist, so she inspires my work a lot. This is my, I don't like to call it a vision board. It's just mostly like things that I want to improve on in my life. You could call it a vision board, but I truly believe that my life is not, like, I feel like I don't know what's best for myself, that spirit or creator knows better than I do. So these are things that inspire me in my life, are how I would like to improve my life, but it's not necessarily up for me to decide, if that makes sense. So this is just sort of like stuff that I want to incorporate into my life, like more relaxation, more healthier foods, like things like that. But I'm more about just allowing things to happen naturally versus trying to force things, if that makes sense. So I put it there just to bring in that reminder of how I want to show up in my life every day. This is like my sewing kit, my beads. This is like ephemera stickers. This is where I keep my own personal paper dolls. Some of them are printable dolls of mine. Some of them are hand painted and ready to go and be put on a junk journal, like these two, because I like using my own artwork on the covers of my junk journals. So yeah. This one here has like all my butterfly stuff, because if you follow my work, I love making butterfly girls like that. So this has like my butterfly wings and butterfly bodies. Let's see here, where's some butterfly bodies. There's butterfly bodies in here. That's one that has yet to be made into a body. Here's one. So this is like a collaged one that I did. I had a lot more, but I'm getting low, so there's one right there. There's another one of my butterfly girls. This is just like random stuff that I've stuck here and I don't know what to do with, so I just I know it's like a completed junk journal in there. This is like some random personal ephemera and some printables that I'm not in love with, and I just kind of wanted to get rid of them. So I stuck them all in this bag, and I thought at some point I'll take them to a market with me, or if somebody wants to buy them, I will sell them. So they're all mostly handmade, but also, like I said, some printables. What else? A couple junk journals that I have on the go that are not quite ready. Well, this one's ready to go. I did a video on it. Whoops. I already did a video on this one. This one is not ready to go yet. I still have to finish her. So she's almost done. I just have to put some more stuff in her. I altered this sort of jewelry holder, and I plan on making earrings, so I will be using that at some point. This is a doll I did years ago that was hanging in my son's room, and he didn't want it anymore, so I just hung it up in here as a reminder of how far I've come in my doll making, because that developed into this. So quite a big difference. These are just some bags that I have that I plan on making like junk journal travelers kits with. So I'm going to do one in a mermaid theme. I'm going to do one in a little unicorn theme, a mini one. And then this one will just be whatever, some kind of a random journal kit. That's a beautiful soul doll that I had recently done a trade with another artist with, and she made me this matriarchal grandmother bear doll out of wool, and so she stands over watching over me as I work and reminds me of my own power as a matriarch. And yeah, these are just like elastics, buttons, charms, and her name is Shelly as well. She's Soul Dolls on Instagram if you're interested, by the way. More stuff for doll making. I got my washi tapes in here. My craft wires are in there. My stencils. My cards are in here, like for making journal cards and stuff, and artist trading cards. Some of my illustrations are in here. This is like my small junk journal traveling kit. So I take this upstairs on days when I don't feel like doing a lot, but I want to do some art so I can play. So that has all my stuff for making small junk journals in it. It's my large junk journal, watercolor paper, my large junk journal, like just a bunch of different random things in here. Watercolors, stamping stuff, stamps, staplers, punches, more just random stuff in here, like this is where I keep all my collage hearts that I use for my spirit doll kits and workshops. This is like small ephemera for my mini kits. This is words, inspirational words and quotes. This is empty. This one is empty, but in here I have like micro beads and what do you call it? Yeah, just like random beads. What's in here? Forget what's in here actually. Oh, my face molds are in here for making my clay faces. And this one actually goes over here. Okay, so a couple of journals I'm working on. These are canvas journals. So this one I stitched the edging on. I'm going to do some stitching around the edge in here, but my Bluetooth speaker, that's my artwork there. And that's about it. Like, oh, and my fabric bin is right here for all my spirit doll stuff. So it's like scrap fabrics. So as you can see, my space, you know, there isn't a lot here. But it's enough. And that's my sage and my smudge bowl, but this is also for a smudge bowl as well. But yeah, that is it. These I'm making junk journal kits out of. Did I say that already? I got bags for these, so I'm starting to make kits so people can make their own collage junk journals that are sort of similar to this, but they're be collage style. This one is not collage style, but if you've seen my artwork before, you know what I'm talking about. I think that is it. And this is it's a very comfortable chair, but it doesn't look very nice. At some point, I'd love to get a cover for it. And yeah, that's it. There's my pendant light there. It doesn't provide them. I don't really have great lighting. I have that light there, that one, and that one, which I stole from my husband, and that ring light. So it's not the greatest setup in the world, but it does the job. So I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. And if there's anything else that you guys want me to share in any future videos, whether it's like more doll making or more junk journal making or whatever other projects, you know, just let me know. And I'll be happy to make some more videos, because sometimes I'm like, what else can I share? And I would appreciate the feedback. So let me know. Thanks for watching.